Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. So what I want to do today is talk about some side effects that are known for MK-2866, also known as Ostarine. Now remember, I'm not condoning use of these, I'm not telling you to use them, I'm not doing anything of the sort of any type of encouraging whatsoever. All I'm doing is giving you plain old facts from what I know, from what I've experienced. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So please don't take it the wrong way. Don't come to any conclusions. Don't draw any. Don't say any. Because you're wrong. I can't make it any more clear than what I'm saying right now. So, beyond that, what's known about the side effects with MK-2866? Well, one for sure is suppression. How much is what's always brought into question. MK-2866 is slightly suppressive, and that's with longer use. From what I've observed over all of these years through people that have passed along blood work to me, and that's been quite a few, is that generally if you have real MK-2866, you're not going to see signs of suppression in the first 4 to 6 weeks. It's after that where you'll start to see it. That's where people have said, oh, I got highly suppressed in it. Well, chances are high they probably didn't have real MK-2866, or if they had some in there, it was cut with something else, because as years have gone on, there's been a lot of people cutting these or getting them cut. It's been a bad situation. In general, with real MK-2866, suppression you are going to see is going to be more on the lighter side. You will see some, absolutely. I don't like it when I hear people telling others you're not going to get any, you don't need post cycles, you don't need this, you don't need that. That's completely false, completely wrong. You are going to need a post cycle and you are going to see suppression. It's just nothing like you will see with steroids. Now, that's the main side effect that you're going to see and that's talked about with MK-2866. Okay? Let's talk about some side effects that are on the minimal side, or let me put, instead of minimal, let's say rarer. The first one, actually, that's not rare would be only towards females. I've seen a good amount of females that have reported, having strange menstrual cycles where it's thrown it out of whack. They've had them delayed, they've had them, heavier, or they've just stopped altogether while using MK-2866. It's been a lot of different scenarios that I've seen. It's not 100% that's going to happen, but I can generally say that it's on a little bit more on the common side from what I've seen. I've never once seen anything long term. I've always seen when females have discontinued it that it's gone back to normal. I've never had anybody say that they've had any sort of, problems having kids or anything of the sort. I've never seen it. I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm saying I've never seen it in all of these years. Now, I have seen some people that have had some gynecomastia irritation, I guess, so to speak. It's strange because MK-2866 does not convert to estrogen, and this is something that I've seen on the rarer side, but if you've ever seen a side effect in one person, you've got to talk about it. I would say out of 100% of the people that have used it, that I've noticed, that I've talked to over all these years, maybe 10 to 15% have had this, maybe less than that. It's not common, but I have seen it. So it's something to be aware of. It doesn't convert to estrogen. It's just something to look at and be aware of. But, people will want to talk about blasting aromatase inhibitors. It's not necessary unless you, for some reason, find this to be an issue for you, which, like I said, is on the rarer side. The other thing that I've heard people say is that their cholesterol values have gone up or their liver values have gone up. Once again, that's something very rare. I always tell people, I don't care what you're doing. You're round, whether you're running PEDs or not, you should be taking an all-in-one protectant. Before I had DGA Organ ST, which we know, I designed, I was taking another all-in-one all year round. It just wasn't as strong. But I've always taken one, regardless of whether I've marketed it or not. It's something I've always recommended. And it's something that you should definitely do. Whether you use the one I designed or another one, you should be using one. If you want to use mine, which has 44 total ingredients in it, that's DGA Organ ST at www.dganutrition.com. But real MK-2866 should not be causing a huge elevation in these, if any at all. If you're seeing that, chances are high you don't have real MK-2866. But there have people that have been reported that have had slight elevations in them. It's just not common. So those are the side effects that are generally known with MK-2866. Common, not common. Remember, a lot of the issues are that people don't have real MK-2866 as well. Just remember, I'm not condoning these, not telling you to use them, none of the above. If you do use them, that's on you. So, that being said, you can contact me, Dylan@icearms.com. That's my email address, www.icearms.com/forums. That's where you can get me with questions and comments. I'm also on the Evolutionary Forum and the Elite Fitness Forum. I'm there on all three. You have no trouble getting me. If you check the descriptions below, which you should be doing, you can see where to see all my other videos, my social media outlets. Everything is there. So, that being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli, signing off.